Well, Beth, thank you for having us in your home. We're in your daughter Abby's room, and your daughter is how old?
She's 8.
So you need Nancy's help.
Yes, absolutely.
And why?
Yes.
Tell us why.
Well, one thing is my daughter has inherited my fetish with shoes. She has lots of shoes. They're in a place where she can't really reach them, which is kind of a problem. So she usually kind of comes to like the bottom rung and just pulls whatever out. She also has this huge stuffed animal collection. They're all over the room. So we need a better system of kind of organizing the stuffed animals. And for her to be able to kind of get to her things and to really utilize the closet as she should as, you know, kind of a smaller, you know, 8-year-old person.
Well, we got this really great tool that I found on Amazon. I've seen them many places, but couldn't find them in a local store. And it hangs from the ceiling. And so many of those stuffed animals, especially the smaller ones now, can have this cute little thing hanging in the corner. And it's a toy, it's like a toy organizer.
That's great. And then she can still see all of her stuffed animals. It's much better than having them in a box.
One of the other things that we talked about utilizing the closet for, Beth, is that you didn't have a lot of space as you transfer summer to winter clothes.
Right.
And because how the closet is set up, that really Abby can't reach anything to the left and the right anyway in that about 1.5 foot that's back there. And so that's a great place. You've utilized that space really well for, you know, that transition. And then also the other thing, this has become a place for luggage, and the luggage fits in here fine. There's some up on the top, there's some down here. And if we need a little bit more space, we can probably pop luggage up, because Abby's not getting that, you or Dad are anyway, so it's okay that it's up high. And it's also light. That's the other thing too. There were some heavier things up there when I was here last week, and we talked about, you know, maybe let's bring those down. She has a rock collection, and so that she doesn't have to try and pull rocks over the top of her head. And she can have them right down. So we'll probably get those off of that shelf and get them on this unit we're going to bring in here.
Oh, look at that. Now, what is this you're bringing in?
You can buy these. I went and did a little investigating for Beth, and I went to Shopko and Target and Menards. There's all sorts of these little cubby units. It allows to bring those shoes down so that she has access to the ones that she's going to need, rather than, you know, climbing on something, getting that step stool out every time she needs them. And then the baskets just really add and augment. Because if it's not shoes, or even if it is shoes, you know, rather than throwing 4 or 5 pairs in just a hole, you can throw 4 or 5 pairs in one of the baskets, and it's like, oh, this basket's all my sandals. And then do we want to do her fun shoes together? Are there some other ones that need to go as well?
Yeah, so maybe like tennis shoes would be one area.
And that'll be great, because then you're freeing up an entirely new shelf.
Right. And the nice thing about these boxes, they came in all different kinds of colors, and I took Abby with me when we purchased them, and she got to pick out the colors. She picked out the one with the hearts over here, and so, you know, she got to be kind of part of the process.
So there's still room, because she is only 8, there's still room, her clothes don't hang on the top of this, that we actually get another shelf. So for some of those bigger stuffed animals that are not going to fit in there, she can still put her stuffed animals in here. So some of the steps, as we talked about, just kind of do a recap, is, you know, take a look at the closet and figure out what exactly do you want it to be used for. And if there's stuff in there that you don't want in there anymore, let's get it out and figure out where that goes. And a big step, I think, was Beth and Abby going through the stuff together. So they got to spend some time together, you know, and make those decisions and talk about, does it still fit? Do you still like it? Do you still play with it? So that things can go. And I'm assuming some of the stuff maybe had to go bye-bye, but some of the stuff was able to be donated so someone else can love those stuffies.
Absolutely. Yep.
And Abby's learning. She's learning how to organize her own stuff, which is really important.
Absolutely.
Great ideas, Nancy. As always, fantastic ideas.